English class. Children, today we are going to do a very simple topic from English grammar, that is conjunctions. Something that you have been doing very commonly ever since your class 1. Children, go through this link, understand how and when we use the various conjunctions in different sentences. Now, children, let us understand what a conjunction is. The word conjunction, children, was coined from the Latin word conjuncture, that is to join together. Conjunctions, therefore, are words that link other words, phrases, clauses, and sentences, like peanut butter and jelly. Now, conjunctions, children, they are linkers or joining words, or somehow you can say that they are like scotch tape for the grammatical words, and avoiding the text seems like bullet points to make the text flow. So conjunctions, they help us to join, they help us to link words, phrases and clauses together. Now, children, what are the types of conjunctions? Conjunctions are basically of 4 types: coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, then correlative conjunctions, and conjunctive adverbs. We shall be dealing with coordinating, subordinating, and correlative conjunctions. Now, children, coming to the explanation of coordinating conjunctions, one type of conjunction is the coordinating conjunction, which gives equal importance to the words or sentences that it connects. That is, the words or the sentences on the either side of the conjunction have equal weightage. Now, there are 7 coordinating conjunctions, children, and the easiest way to remember is with the word fanboys. F for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So with fanboys, with the first letters of the word fanboys, you can remember the list of 7 coordinating conjunctions. Look at the examples. I like coffee, but my wife prefers tea. Would you prefer coffee or tea? I've drunk 6 cups of coffee today, so I've got a headache. Now, look at these sentences. In the first one, I like coffee, but my wife prefers tea. So, these are 2 principal clauses that are joined with the help of coordinating conjunction. Would you prefer coffee? Would you prefer tea? So, again, 2 principal clauses are joined with a coordinating conjunction. Now let's have a look at a few more examples of coordinating conjunctions. I like milk and sugar in my tea. He's 72, yet he still swims, runs, and plays football regularly. She must have been very hungry, for she ate everything immediately. Switzerland is not the European Union, nor is it a member of NATO. So, in all these examples, children, note that 2 principal clauses, main clauses, are joined by the conjunction, and both the sides, either side of the sentence of every conjunction has equal weightage, has equal importance, and can stand independently. So, the conjunctions that join to independent clauses are coordinating conjunctions. Now, children, what are the functions of the various coordinating conjunctions? So, the coordinating conjunction so is used for showing the consequence of something. For example, he was very hungry, so he ate all the cake. But is used for contrast. I eat cake, but I never eat biscuits. I don't like them. For is used for explaining why, for formal or less common than because. He's overweight for he eats too many cakes and biscuits. So it tells you the reason. It is more more formal way of representing as compared to because. And the same, similar or equal, without contrast. His favorite snacks are cakes and biscuits. Okay, when joining two. Now, children, what are subordinating conjunctions? A subordinate clause cannot stand alone as a sentence. A clause is a group of words with a subject and a finite verb. This we have already done. And a subordinating conjunction, it introduces a subordinate clause and joins it to a main clause. So, very simply explained, a subordinating conjunction joins a main clause and a subordinate clause together. A subordinate clause, children, cannot stand on its own. It cannot, you cannot write a subordinating clause independently. It needs information, more information to complete its meaning. So, it is a subordinating clause subordinating conjunction which joins a main clause to a subordinating clause. Now, children, here is a list of words that come under the subordinating conjunctions. So, whereas, though, before, while, unless, how, where, because, although, after, whereas, though, before, while, unless. All these words come under they all are subordinating conjunction. So, children, over here you will notice that subordinating conjunctions are conjunctions that connect a main or an independent clause and a subordinate or a dependent clause. The clause that begins with the subordinating conjunction is always the subordinating clause, which depends on the main clause and it cannot exist independently. For example, see, she is crying because you were unkind. Now, because you were unkind does not have a meaning on its own unless we say she is crying because you were unkind. So, a subordinating clause always begins with a subordinating conjunction. Now, children, let us look at a few common subordinating conjunctions. Because, so that, as, since. These are used to express the cause or the reason of some action. Then conjunctions like before, after, until, till, when, as soon as, wherever. These are used to express time. And conjunctions like unless, even if, in case of, providing, they are used to express some kind of condition. If this happens, then this will happen or it will not happen. Furthermore, although, even though, whereas, children, such conjunctions, they are used to express contrast or concession. Now, children, next coming to the correlative conjunctions. These are very, very simple to understand. Children, correlative conjunctions, they always exist in pairs, such as neither nor, either or, not only, but also. These conjunctions connect two balanced clauses, phrases, or words. The two elements that correlative conjunctions connect are usually similar in length and grammatical structure, right? So these correlative conjunctions, they connect sentences which are grammatically of the same weightage. Their structure is almost the same. Further examples are either or. We can go to either Murray or Caghan for a holiday. It's my final offer. You can either take it or leave it. So these conjunctions that occur in pairs are called correlative conjunctions. Children, let's study a few more examples of correlative conjunctions. Both cricket and football are popular in ComSats. Both English and Urdu are spoken in ComSats. Not only, but also how do we use it? Not only is he a professional footballer, but he is also a successful businessman. Not and but. How do we use them together? In sport, what counts is not the winning, but the participation or taking part. So these conjunctions that occur in pair, that exist in pairs, are called correlative conjunctions. So, children, I hope all of you are clear with the three types of conjunctions that we've done today. One is coordinating conjunction that joins two principal clauses, subordinating conjunctions that join one principal to one or more subordinating clauses, and correlative conjunctions are conjunctions that always occur in pairs. So these are the three types of conjunctions that you shall be doing for the time being. I hope, children, all of you have understood the different types of conjunctions and how and when to use them in sentences. In case of any doubts or queries, do post in the comment section of the Google Classroom. Till then, stay safe. God bless you all, children.